guys, welcome back to my page. I'm excited to show you guys a new makeup recreation. Today is going to be a more exciting video because I did receive a PR package from FlowerKnows. This is part of their Butterfly Cloud Collar collection. That'd be impossible to say 10 times fast. I have some really nice goodies in here and I'm really excited to show them to you guys. This is today's inspo photo. I think the eye makeup is really pretty. I don't really have a look for the face, so we're gonna wing it today. I think this eye makeup look plus all of the FlowerKnows goodies I was sent over and the ones that I already have, it'll be a cute look. Quick reminders for the page, if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to the page. Leave me a comment down below of a makeup look or any comments or concerns that you have for this one. And without further ado, let's hop into that tutorial. The first thing as part of the collection that I opened was this very beautiful cloud-shaped mirror. I think this is so stunning. I like the surface area of the mirror. I don't want to turn it around and like flash you, but I feel like I can see so much of my face inside it. This is like the perfect size for a hand mirror. For my lenses today, I'm going to go in with the OLENS French Shine lenses in the shade Lavender. These are going to look so pretty with this makeup look. They have a really nice, lovely gradient on the lens, going from the shade around the pupil being like an orangey yellow shade to the purple on the outside of the lens. These lenses will be linked down below, as well as my discount code if you want to get some money off at checkout. To prime my skin, I'm going to first go in with the NYX Bare Earthy spray. This is a really nice multitasking spray. It's really sensitive skin friendly, so if you normally get irritation, this should not affect you, and it's really nice and hydrating on the skin. Next, going to go in with the Hourglass Finish Airbrush Primer. I'm going to use this to get some on my face because it doesn't pump anymore, and go in with my bare hands to blend this in. It's like a patting and a swiping motion. And this is so nice because it literally makes my pores like disappear. To color correct, I'm going to go in with Milani Conceal Imperfect in the shade Cool Sand. I'm going to take this over any of my imperfections and any discoloration that I have. This does a really nice job at covering everything up. BK Beauty 110 brush. And I love using this brush. I feel like it's so dense and it like blends out everything pretty seamlessly. Like look at that, like it's gone. And it just kind of like helps get rid of any of my problem areas by like blurring them completely out. Like that's perfect. Oh wow. This combination together is so good for my skin. Foundation, I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl Outlast in the shade Toasted Almond 870. I'm going to go in with like 2 good pumps, maybe 3. 2.5 pumps. I'm going to go in and apply that with my fingers. And then go in with a triangle powder puff to blend that and tap that into my skin. I think this is a little too dark, but I think the undertone is okay, and I can make it work. Better than all the times where my foundation has been too light, you know? Whatever left, and I'm gonna put that on my forehead. Go over my dark circles. And then any other blemish I see peeping through. I'm gonna go in with another triangle puff to blend. I feel like triangle puff on top of triangle puff blends out so nicely. Just pat, 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 pat like I usually do. To contour, I'm going to go in with e.l.f. Rich Cocoa. Along the perimeter of my face, my cheekbones, lower lip, my jawline, and down my nose. I'm gonna contour this baby girl. I'm gonna round out the tip. And put some of that into my eyebrows. BK Beauty 101 brush. Blend out the forehead, buff, buff, buff. My hair is bothering me. Along my cheekbones. Just patting and tapping to blend. And down my jawline. the lower lip. I'm gonna use this double-sided brush. And then going into the flat side to blend out my nose contour. I'll say this foundation is a little drying. So this is a little difficult to blend. My skin might also be a little dry, but I'm not sure. It is winter now, so you never know. To highlight, going to go in the e.l.f. Camo Concealers in medium peach and medium beige. Everywhere that I want to see some light, I'm going to go in with medium beige to really highlight the face. And I want this to be like a pretty dramatic highlight because my foundation is a lot darker than I normally use. Then on just the insides, I'm going to go in with medium peach to really brighten up the center. Just a little. BK Beauty 113 brush. Get that really blended and highlighted. Kind of iridescent at this point. My chin. And I'm gonna go into the center of my forehead and get that pretty blended. Blend, blend, blend into that contour. My hair on my forehead is like wanting to join the party. Blend, blend, blend. Take a powder puff to the rest of my face, center of my nose to get that perfectly blended. Up into that forehead. And I'm gonna start at the center of my eye and really bring that out to really lift the side of the face. And then use that center shade to brighten up my inner eye. And just keep patting that in to blend. For my cream blush, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo blush in the shade Swab Mauve. I'm going to do the QT blush. I'm just going to put it in the ball of my cheek. Get a nice amount on both sides. My chin. Tip of my nose. A little across the middle. And a little bit of my forehead. BK Beauty 107 brush. Pat along the cheeks to blend that up. And then a little down the front of the cheek. A little on my forehead. I want that to be pretty subtle. Chin. My nose. Get those both blended out pretty well. Back in with the NYX Bare With Me spray to set my base. I was also sent a new style of product, the FlowerKnows Butterfly Cloud Color Collection Embossed Highlighting and Contour Palette, and this one is in Leaf Shadow. When I saw that it was a contour, I was a little worried, but honestly I think the shades look pretty good on my skin. I used a powder brush that they sent me in that darker of the two contour shades. I'm gonna use that to set all of my cream contour around my face. I think this contour shade might be like perfect. Back into the fluffy side of that double-sided brush. I use that to set my nose contour pretty well. Like that contour is so nice and cool tone. I love it. Then I'm gonna use the FlowerKnows Music Box Setting Powder in 01. Go ahead and get a couple puffs. Tap off any excess. And really just go to town setting around my face. My under eye. Around my mouth. Just pat, pat, pat that in. Remember to get that extra before you go back into the powder. Just pat, pat, pat. I went in and just got a little more and I'm gonna use that to set all of my forehead. For my blush, I'm going to go into the Strawberry Nose Rococo series to take Berry Mary. I'm gonna apply that using their blush brush and just apply that to the apples in the front of my cheek. Make sure you're smiling. Everywhere else I put that cream blush, I'm gonna apply the powder. Back into that contour highlight palette, I'm gonna go into the lighter of the two highlight shades on this Morphe M510 brush. Oh, that's pretty blinding. Wow, that's really stunning. Make sure I really tap off any extra. The tip of my nose, down the center, a little on my forehead, because this again is very blinding. Tip of my lip, and my chin. To set all of the powders, I'm going to go in with Milani's Make It Last Original Setting Spray. For my brows, I'm going to go in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. Brush out the brow hairs upward, overline the tip of the brow, and exaggerate the tail outward pretty straight, and then slightly angle it downward. Brush all the hairs down, create a tail, fill that in. Just like a lot of strokes towards the tip. That looks a little harsh, so I'm gonna extra blend that. Then I'm gonna slightly brush all the hairs upward, and then really brush them up at the front. And then do some upward strokes of my pencil. To create the illusion of brow hairs. And then brush everything up when I'm done. Then from the same collection, I'm going to go into their Embossed 6 color eyeshadow palette in O2 Cloud Attire. But first go into the shade Peach. I'm going to use that on the inner portion of my eye and really smoke that into my nose contour. Then to cut my crease, I'm going to go in with the P. Louise Base Pro. I'm going to take a little bit on this lip brush. I'm going to use it to quite dramatically cut my crease. And really carve out my lid in the inner corner. And make sure the shape is pretty perfectly rounded. And then just blend that onto the lid. I'm going to go in with my powder puff just to pat that in. Then on this fluffy brush, I'm going to go into the shade Lotus and put this light shade all over my lid up into the darker cut crease. Just blend that out. Then I'm gonna go back into the shade Peach on a fluffy brush. I'm gonna put that all over my lid and just make sure there's a gap in between where I'm putting this and the darker shade. Buff out that outer V as best I can. On this pencil brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Graphite and lightly fill in my lower lash line. Very lightly. Then on this Morphe M421, I'm going to take the Dual Chrome and put that all over the center of my lid. And then using a liner brush, I'm going to put that along where I did that cut crease. Make the inner part really pop. Using this Morphe brush, I'm going to go back into Lotus. I'm going to use Lotus to highlight my lower lash line and really open it up. With this angle brush, go back in and get more Peach. I'm going to use that along the outside of my lower lash line. Blend that into the top. Using the Milani Stay Put Tank Liner in the shade Black to do a wing. I'm going to try to do a pretty sharp inner corner, but keep it pretty rounded along the inside of my eye. Thinly cover the middle of the lower lash line, and then do a pretty nice thick wing along the same line that you did your eyeshadow, so it really stands out. And sometimes you might have to draw it from the tip. And this time it actually worked out. Sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay. Get a nice thick wing. I'm gonna make sure it looks pretty connected. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade Brown. And I'm gonna do a really thin lining of my lower lash line and open it up around the outer portion of my lower lash line. And I'm gonna do some fake lower lashes. I also received their very beautiful eyelash curler. I think this one is like spring action, so I feel like it's doing a little bit more than my normal one does. Maybe they're about the same, but oh, those look really curled. Crush, crush, crush. Oh yeah, those are really curled. I'm going to do a couple coats of the Hourglass Unlocked Mascara to my top and bottom lashes to really coat them. Then I'm going to apply a pair of very nice clustered eyelashes. To line my lips, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild lip liner in the shade Lay Down the Mauve. And I think my vibe for today is a pretty like typical Douyin overline. Keep my center and Cupid's bow pretty flat. Slightly blend in the edges. And then tuck my lower lip. And you really line that lower lip. And fill that in. I also received 2 of their glossy lipsticks. I have 05 Peach Blossom and 08 Sunset Clouds. Today I'm gonna go in with Sunset Clouds. I feel like this is a really stunning lip. Oh wow. I feel like it's like off red or like an orangey red. I just use that to coat my upper and bottom lip. So I'm thinking this is going to be the final look. I'm going to change and I'll be right back. This is going to be the final look. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I think that the colors on the eyeshadow are going to be a little off because I didn't have the specific colors that the inspiration photo had. But I think it looks really pretty nonetheless. The makeup that I use in this collection will be linked down below, as well as my discount code if you want to get some money off at checkout. And then all of the rest of the products I use will also be linked down below, so go ahead and check those out. I currently have something pending for December. I feel like I've mentioned it before. I'm still trying to wrap my head around whether or not I can do it. I've tried to do it before. I broke my laptop, I broke my camera, I've lost SD cards. However, as long as everything just vibes out the way that it should vibe out, there should be something exciting coming in December. A couple exciting things coming in December, so go ahead and follow me on this page as well as all my social media so you guys can be the first to know about any exciting news that's gonna happen. Don't forget to turn on your push notifications so you can be notified when I upload a new post. And go ahead and leave me a comment down below of your criticisms, comments, or concerns on this makeup look or any other looks that I've done before. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look and that you guys go ahead and check out the FlowerKnows collection. And I love you guys so much, so let's go ahead and cue that montage.